All right, what's going on, boys? Welcome back to another video. This one's going to be a very thick video. Today, we're going to be ranking all the Flash characters in Injustice 2 Mobile from worst to best. This is also going to include Reverse Flash, just because even though Reverse Flash isn't the Flash, he's not a Flash character, he's still a Flash. You know what I mean? His playstyle is exactly the same as all of the Flash characters in this game. Now, you might be wondering, Alter, you already made this video about 2 years ago, and you're right, I did. However, I didn't really like how I made that video just because back then I was a little bit more shy on the camera. I was a little more shy when I talked on the microphone. So you know what, bro? We're back. We're going to do the video again. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. Okay? Don't forget to follow my secondary YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow my Twitch. With that being said, boys, let's get into the video. I hope you guys have a great day. Okay, so now that I think about it, this video is going to be like a top 5 Flash characters in the game, just because there's actually only 5 characters in this game that are Flash characters. 4 of them are the Flash, and then 1 of them is going to be Reverse Flash. So there's 5 characters in total, okay? Coming in at number 5, or coming in as the worst Flash character, it's going to be Silver Flash, of course, because he is a silver character. Okay, so fun fact, you might think this character is bad just because of the fact that he's silver, but that actually doesn't really have anything to do with it. For some reason in this game, silver, gold, and legendary characters, their status doesn't really mean that much. I mean, yeah, there is a big difference between some silver characters and some legendary characters in terms of their stats, but really stats don't really make a character good. Passives are what make characters good. This game is a strategical game, so if a passive is really OP, it'll be really good. I mean, think about it. Silver Dr. Fate is better than some legendary characters, even though he only has one passive, compared to some legendary characters having multiple of them, just because Dr. Fate has a really, really good passive. But no silver characters in this game have any sort of really good damage dealing passives. That's why you will never see any silver characters really being used as damage dealers. It's not because of the stats, it's mainly because of the passives. And on top of that, silver characters never drop off of raid drops. So you're never going to get any shards for them, and you're never going to get any gears. Ironically, they are harder to build than gold characters, even though gold characters are actually better. So Silver Flash doesn't really have anything going for him. He has all of those negatives going for him, and the fact that his passive only gives him and his teammates a little bit of fast attack chance and a little bit of extra fast attack chance whenever he himself tags in. Those are really, really bad passives. None of his special abilities really do anything aside from his special one, which can do a little bit of damage to tagged out opponents. But overall, this character is just trash. There's really no reason to build this character aside from the flex. Okay, so moving on from Silver Flash, the next character I'm going to talk about, coming in at number 4 as the second worst Flash character, is going to be Speed Force the Flash. I get a lot of shit for talking shit about this character, but I'm sorry, man, this character is just freaking garbage, okay? Even though this character is a gold character, he's really not that much different from Silver Flash, aside from the fact that you can get shards and gears for this character off of raid drops. So you don't really have to work that much on this character for you to build him, aside from spending a lot of reforges. However, even if you're swimming in reforges, just because you can build a character doesn't mean that you should. This character is only slightly better than Silver Flash. Some people do make the argument that this character is fun to use, but that's bullshit, man. Look, let me explain. Okay? So the reason why he's kind of like Silver Flash is because he also gives himself and his entire team some fast attack chance. It's going to be higher than Silver Flash's passive, but that doesn't really do anything. Like, that doesn't really mean anything, really. Because first of all, if you do, for whatever reason, have Speed Force the Flash as a support character, yes, technically speaking, if you're going to be using this character with a damage dealer or a tank or whatever, yeah, they will save some slots from having some fast attack given to them from Speed Force the Flash. But that doesn't really mean anything, because this character in general just isn't really that good of a support character compared to other support characters. So for example, let's say that on a damage dealer, I'm going to use 5 fast attack talents to max out the talent on that character. With Speed Force the Flash, I might only use 3 talents. So that means I'm going to have 2 talents left over to be able to add more damage to my damage dealer. That sounds like a good thing, but then you take into consideration other support characters in the game. I mean, Raven gives you like 500% more damage, right? 500% more damage. I don't care if I need to max out my fast attack chance with my damage dealer's talents. Because if I have a god tier support character like Raven, then that easily is a much better trade-off than having somebody like Speed Force the Flash. Even though technically my gear talents are going to be worst because I'm going to have to get rid of some attack for some fast attack chance. It doesn't matter. The better support character is going to win at the end of the day. So Speed Force the Flash is not a good support character. There's literally no reason whatsoever. There's no argument whatsoever for saying that this character is a good support character. He's just not. Now, some people do say that this character is fun to use just because whenever he swipes, he basically ignores whatever attack is being done to him while he's swiping. And look, okay, maybe every once in a while you might be able to dodge a range attack, or maybe even in some cases a special ability. But have you ever heard of something called the Father Box? The Father Box is a much better way to do this, and it actually allows you to teleport right to the opponent, which is much more convenient than constantly swiping back or constantly swiping forward with Speed Force the Flash. Being able to dodge range attacks, or maybe occasionally one-hit special abilities if you time it right, it's just not good. It's not a good argument. This character is just not good. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody tells you. This character is just not good. Do not build this character. Okay, so now moving on from Speed Force the Flash, we're going to move on to Reverse Flash, coming in at number 3, or coming in as like the middle ground Flash character in this game. This character is kind of weird because he's one of the few characters whose passive can actually backfire on you. So the way this character works is whenever you tag in this character, up to 3 times per match, there's going to be a chance that whenever you tag in this character, you're going to swap power with the opponent. So whatever power you have and whatever power the opponent has, you guys are going to swap. So if you have more power than the opponent and you tag in Reverse Flash and it swaps, you're going to end off in the worst trade. Like, you're going to end off being worst for the trade. So it's kind of weird because this character can kind of backfire on you. However, at the same time, like I said, it's a passive that could work out bad for you, but it is a passive that can also work out great for you. If you use this character properly, if you tag him in at the right times, then you can do a lot of stuff in the beginning of the match just because you're going to be tagging in and out and swapping power with the opponent. So for example, let's say that you want to tag in your damage dealer and you want to use one of their special abilities. Okay, cool. Use special 3. You're going to use up all of your power bars. Now, if you tag in Reverse Flash, if you steal the power bars from the opponent, chances are you're ready to do another special 3 right away. It makes the game a little bit faster in the beginning as long as you know how to use Reverse Flash. Basically, if you don't suck, then this character's good. Okay, that's kind of like the short way of putting it right there. I don't care if you get butthurt about it. If you suck, you're not going to know how to use this character. If you're good, you know how to use this character. And one of the most attractive things about this character is that bulge. The fact that he drops from raid drops. So if you need shards or gears for this character, you can get them from raid drops just by being patient. On my secondary account that's 4 months old, I already have this guy, I think at 5 or 6 stars, and I have 3 level 50 plus gear pieces on him. So yeah, this character's great. It's really not that much of an investment, and he's really not that hard to learn how to play properly. And one thing I forgot to mention is that Reverse Flash and the other 2 characters that I'm going to talk about right now, which are going to be Multiverse The Flash and Just League The Flash, these 3 characters, they have 3-hit fast attack hits, which means that whenever they have a fast attack, whenever their fast attack triggers, their combos are going to be going up by 3 hits. Most characters only do 2 hits on their fast attacks. These characters do 3. So that's another reason why Silver Flash and Speed Force the Flash came in at number 5 and number 4, is because they actually only have 2-hit fast attacks. So even though they're Flash characters, they still build up combos the same as most characters in the game. Reverse Flash, Multiverse The Flash, and Just League Flash, the characters I'm going to talk about right now, they have 3-hit fast attacks. So they're some of the best combo builders in the entire game. Okay, so with that being said, now moving on to number 2, the second best Flash character in the game is going to be Multiverse The Flash. Now, Multiverse The Flash, originally, I was going to put him at number 1, but there is a big big problem with this character. And I'm going to talk about that right now. I'm going to talk about the negatives about this character first. The negative is that getting this character is a pain in the fucking ass. One of the reasons why I wanted to put this character at number 1 is just because he is a monster. He's one of the best teams in the game with Multiverse Armored Supergirl. Just those two characters are monsters in Arena. They could do a lot of damage to pretty much any legendary team out there. They can get you a lot of points really quickly. However, as much as I love Arena, he's still a good character in solo raids as well. But as much as I love Arena, I just cannot make the argument that he's going to be coming in at number 1 just because the number 1 character is also really good and he's a lot easier to get. Multiverse The Flash is a really good character, but he's too hard to get. I mean, unless you get lucky off of solo raid drops or you go buy a chest to try to get this character, you're just not going to be getting this character anymore because he doesn't really pop up in the arena seasons anymore, which is the way that you usually get the shards for this character. You could try out the versus challenge, but goddamn, that's going to take forever, man. So yeah, getting this character is just a big pain in the ass. But aside from that, I know I talked about that for a while. The really good thing about this character is his passives. He's a really good support character, especially for the multiverse team. And he even has one extra passive that's really good no matter what character you use with him. It doesn't have to be a multiverse character. So let me talk about his passive 1, because this is really the big deal right here. His passive 1 gives 52% multiverse team critical attack chance. So whenever you have a character with him in battle, if it's a multiverse character, their critical attack chance is basically maxed out. So 52% is not maxed out crit chance, but when you add that with the 5th gear piece base effect, which is giving your characters crit chance, that basically maxes out whatever character you're going to use if they're a multiverse character with the Flash. So he basically gives you 100% critical attack chance. He gives you all the critical attack chance that you can get on a character. And also, the second part about this guy is that he gives 45% team critical attack damage. Now, of course, that's going to work with multiverse characters, but that's also going to work with characters that are not multiverse characters. So if you do have a multiverse character with this guy, like Multiverse Armored Supergirl, she has a lot of help from this guy because she doesn't need any sort of crit chance anymore, and 50% of her critical attack damage is taken care of. So that means she's going to save up a lot of slots in her gear talents to be able to add a lot of attack, which is why if you go look at a lot of Multiverse Armored Supergirl builds, they have a shit ton of attack. It's because she really doesn't need any crit chance or crit damage because of Multiverse The Flash and because of how good he is of a support character. And on top of that, his passive 2 basically makes him work kind of like Silver Dr. Fate, where he reduces power costs for special abilities, but this only works for multiverse teammates. So the way it works is special 3s are going to cost 2 power bars less, special 2s are going to cost 2 power bars less, and special 1s are going to cost 1 power bar less. So yeah, this character is a good character. He's a really good support character, and when you pair him up with Multiverse Armored Supergirl, he can even whip out a pretty good amount of damage with his basics, especially with those ridiculous fast attack hits, because he's got 3 fast attacks. But yeah, this character is just too hard to get. I can't really justify putting him at number 1, but I'm not going to put him at number 3 because he is a lot better than Reverse Flash. So putting him at number 2 just seemed like the right thing to do. With that being said, now moving on to number 1, of course, the only character left on this list is going to be Justice League The Flash. Justice League The Flash is a perfect example as to how a simple character can still be really good, kind of like Silver Dr. Fate. Silver Dr. Fate is a Chad, man. This character's been there since launch. He's got like one good passive and that's all he needs. Just like The Flash is a very similar story. So getting shards for this guy is actually really easy because he does drop off of arena seasons and he comes by frequently, unlike Multiverse The Flash, who never pops up anymore. Just like The Flash pops up pretty frequently. I think on my secondary account I already have him at 5 stars. He might be at 4 stars, but I think I recently got him to 5 stars. So yeah, even in a 4-month-old account, I already have him at 5 stars, and it wasn't from raid drops. It was just from playing arenas. So yeah, this character is really easy to promote. And the funny thing about him, though, is you don't really have to promote this character. So if you're going to use this character as a damage dealer with the Just League team, okay, cool. You want to promote this character to get him better stats. But he's a really good support character as well because his support is very simple. All he does is he gives his team 1 extra fast attack hit. So this character as a damage dealer is pretty good because he already has 3 fast attack hits. With his passive, he gives himself 4 fast attack hits, which gives him a lot of basic attack damage. But if you put this character with a damage dealer that does a lot of basic attack damage, then he will buff that damage dealer as well even more. So this character is a damage dealer and a support character. A really rare thing in this game, but he is one of those characters. And it's kind of weird too, because he's really simple. He's really simple, but he somehow manages to be both of those things at the same time. And in addition, the cherry on top is you can get gears for this character off of the arena store. So literally once you get your rewards for unlocking this character off of the arena season, you could take those arena points and go get the gears for this character. He is just a walking W. He's so simple, probably the simplest character in this entire list, but super effective. I mean, dude, you know what's one weird thing about him? I mean, look, I'm not complaining. It's still good, but like one thing that's weird about him is he's so simple that even if you promote him, even if you level up his passive 1, it doesn't do anything. It stays exactly the same if you promote his passive 1 from level 1 to level 5. It's exactly the same thing because, again, this character is very simple. But with that being said, boys, hope you guys have a good day. Keep it thick. Don't forget to go like. Don't forget to go subscribe. Don't forget to go sub and follow my Twitch and my secondary YouTube channel. With that being said, boys, keep it thick. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys later. All right?